per variable or per group. Naka-group ang data mo. So, ang gagawin natin sa kanya is we will do the ungrouping. Ungroup data pag SPSS kasi yung gagawin mo. So, okay. To do the ungrouping, okay, ang problem is asking us if the sari-sari store owner is selling 4 brands of shampoo. The owner is interested if there is a significant difference in the average sales of the 4 brands of shampoo for 1 week. So perform the analysis of variance test and the hypothesis at the 0.05 level of significance. So yung alpha pa rin natin is 0.05. So okay, no? So before we will itong ganito kasi puro numbers. However, hindi mo siya ma-analyze yung ANOVA pag nakaganito doon sa SPSS. So before mo i-set up yung SPSS environment mo, so i-close ko, I will make a new ano na lang sa SPSS. So before mo maano yung SPSS environment mo, so i-close niyo na lang ulit, then maggawa lang kayo ng bagong SPSS. So before nyo siya mapunta sa SPSS, you will ungroup this data first. Meaning, dalawang columns lang siya, pareho nung sa t-test natin kanina. So, let's say for example, for Rejoice, so let's say for example, Rejoice, data, i-copy ko, then i-paste ko siya dito. So, lahat ng Rejoice ko, I will assign it as, this one is the brand, then this one is the sales. So, I will assign the Rejoice as number 1. So, lahat ng sales data ko doon sa una kong i-copy paste is number 1 yun siya. Then, lahat ng Sunsilk na data ko, I will paste this, continue ko siya after the number 1. Then, ito siya is number 2. Huwag nyo lagyan ng space, class. Then, after sa number 2, lahat ng Palmolive ko na data naman, i-copy-paste ko siya dito after na number 2. Then, I will assign this as number 3 data. Then, lastly, ang Dove ko, I will copy-paste all of the data. Then, I will assign this as number 4. So, ganito na yung pwede mong ma-copy-paste doon sa SPSS mo. So, okay. So, I will copy and paste lahat ng gi-ungroup ko na data into the SPSS environment. So, doon pa rin select ko yung data, then Control C.
There is
Mm-mm.
there is still an
So sorry class. So yun siya no, gi-copy ko, then I will paste it here sa data natin. So nagalo ko gid siya. So Control C, Control V lang siya. So I have 28 data all in all, no. So I will set up now the variable view pag na-copy paste ko na siya sa data view. So this one is the brand of shampoo and this one is the sales data. So my brand is a nominal type of data. Then I will assign values for the brand or for the numbers that I have declared. So ang values ko, I will click the 3 dots here. Then ang number 1 ko doon sa data set ko is Ano nga yun siya? Rejoice, Sunsilk, Palmolive, and that. So, number one ko si Rejoice. Since siya man ang i-assign ko as number one. Number two ko is si Sunsilk. Number three ko is si Palmolive. Then number four ko naman is si Dove. Then, okay na. Naset up ko na lahat ng variables. 1 up to number 4. Then, click nyo lang yung okay. The sales data is number, so no need to assign values for that. So, therefore, we can now start our analysis of var. So, let us click the analyze here. Then we will compare the means and we will click the one-way ANOVA. So we will be analyzing the sales data according to their brand, according to the factors of brand. So we will be analyzing the dependent data of sales according to the brand factors. So pag na ano nyo na siya, so no need to assign na dito, no? So click the post hoc. That's if ang problem na if ang resulting data mo is meron siyang significant difference, i-set up na natin siya na magpo-post hoc automatically if i-reject mo yung HO mo. So post hoc, we will click, then we will be clicking the chef's test. So yun yung na-discuss natin last time na chef's test. So click, significance level is 0.05. So click continue lang. Then click OK na. So meron na tayong ANOVA result for this one. So click lang natin ulit dito. Then we will be again check the graphical presentation or the descriptive statistics for our analysis of variance. So again, pick graphs back through boxplot. Graphs, legacy dialogues, then click nyo lang ulit yung boxplot. So you will not do something here, simple and summaries of groups. So just okay lang yan siya. Then click nyo yung define. So again, we want the descriptive statistics of our sales, the variable sales according to their category of branding. So yun siya, no? Then click nyo yung okay. So ito na yung box plot mo. So yung kanina dalawang group lang siya, ngayon hanggang 4 na grupo. So, okay, no. In terms of visual, so ito na. We will copy the results now. Pwedeng snip, pwedeng copy and paste nyo lang dito sa data nyo. Copy and paste. iClass, ano na lang siya ha. Sige, later na lang. Later na lang after the ano. Okay. Pagka man yung copy-paste sa boxplot, kaninang ANOVA result itong kopyahon. So we will be copy and paste this data. Ano siya? Kana siya. So including, this is the ANOVA table, then we will include the post hoc table on our tawag niyan, screenshot. So, okay. Ipaliit ko lang siya. Let us now conclude. So again, ang SPSS is using p-value approach on the actually kaya naman siya yung critical value yung pag-ano natin sa lecture pero we will focus lang on the p-value approach or the sig value approach. So again, ang criteria mo is you will reject the HO if your P is less than the alpha. So yun yung criteria mo ha. So meaning i-reject mo yung HO. Tapos kung ang P mo is greater than your alpha or your level of ang i-reject mo si H1. So this one, if i-reject mo yung HO, accept mo yung H1. Then, pag i-reject mo si H1, yung accept mo si HO. Sorry. So, ganun yung criteria mo ha pag p-value approach. So, okay. So, based from this ANOVA table, so dito sa first table sa taas, ang sig value mo is makikita mo siya dito. Sa last column. Sa last column, ang sig value mo is 0.01. So, therefore, since the sig value of 0.001 is less than the, since your p-value is less than the alpha or the level alpha or yung symbol na alpha ha, pwede din ganun, alpha or your level of significance 0.05 yun na, based sa problem. So, based sa problem, 0.05 level of significance yung gamitin. So, okay tayo dyan, 0.05. So, since less than siya on your alpha, therefore, ang i-reject mo si reject the HO. Okay, less than man siya. And then, i-accept mo si H1. Therefore, ang final state, ang conclusion statement mo is si H1, meaning there is a significant difference in, ano nga yung problem? In the sales, no? Mean sales. Mean sales of the four brands of shampoo. So, yun siya. Therefore, there is a significant difference in the mean sales of the four brands of shampoo. So, meaning, pag ang sa analysis of variance, pag i-accept nimo ang H1, ang mag-proceed pa ka sa post hoc na test. Pero pag ang i-accept mo is si HO, kung ingon ani mong scenario, you don't need to interpret the post hoc test results dito. Siguro meron siyang lalabas, pero no need mo na siyang i-interpret. Pero pag ang conclusion mo dito is accept mo yung H1, you will need to read again your post hoc test. So, based sa post hoc, there is a among sorry, in the ano, in the following combinations. Ganun na lang yung terms natin na hindi na tayo mag-isip muna. So in the following combination, so based on the post hoc test, there is a significant difference in the following combination. So you conclude here that there is a significant difference. You will determine kung sino doon yung may significant difference. So according to the post hoc, ang merong significant difference are those who have still same criteria, ang sig value na less than 0.05. So pangitaon na nimo siya, which is kani 0.05, any. So si Sunsilk versus Rejoice. So no need to put it again here. Kaya na combine naman nimo ang Rejoice og Sunsilk kanina. So kabaliktaran lang ni Sunsilk versus Rejoice pero ang sig value niya is the same, no? Isang pagbaliktaran nimo. Then Sunsilk versus Palmolive. So kana siya less than 0.05. Then kinsa pa si Sunsilk, sorry, 0.05 nakaabot. Okay. Napas, Palmolive od Sunsilk 0.01. Pero na gamit na nimo siya ganina, so kabaliktaran lang ni, no need to highlight it again. Then itong nandito, Dove versus Sunsilk, still na highlight na kanina itong Sunsilk versus Dove, kabaliktaran lang siya dito, so no need mo na siya ulit-ulit. So therefore, ang tatlong combinations yung mayroon siyang statistically different yung average score niya. Yun siya, you see, Rejoice and Sunsilk. So, sino pa yung pangalawa? Rejoice and Sunsilk. Si Sunsilk and Palmolive. Then, lastly, si Sunsilk and Dove. Kung gusto mo, kung ayaw mong malito, pwede mo na lang din siguro kuan balik-balik. Pero pareho raman gid ang essence. So, butang nimo diri Sunsilk and Rejoice. Rejoice and Sunsilk pareha ra na siya. Three combinations lang yan siya actually. So, yan siya, no? Based on the post hoc, tatlong combinations yung significantly difference. Itong na-highlight natin. The less than 0.05 sig values here. Dito mo siya tingnan. So, in terms of graphical, so we can compare that the Rejoice versus the Sunsilk, magkaiba talaga siya ng means. And Sunsilk versus the Palmolive, magkaiba ng means. And si Dove o si Sunsilk, magkaiba ng means din siya. So basically, mo judge kaning Sunsilk ang medyo naay problema sa tanan-tanan. But you will compare it one by one per group yung comparison mo pag post hoc kasi. So, okay. Uh, that would be all, no? So, for this one, you will be saving it as activity 11. 11 na lang to, wag ng A and B. Then your surname. Okay. Then ito, you can do this as your practice na lang. So no need to upload on the Diagler. Even on the t-test kanina, di ba may sheet number 1 doon? May sheet number 1 doon. So no need to submit the activity 10B. So activity 10A na lang siya, no need for activity 10B na. So ano na lang, practice nyo na lang yun siya on your own. So ang isasubmit nyo na lang na na results is the example activity. So ito. So you will be submitting the Excel. the SPSS data view, and the SPSS output view. So, tatlo. So, unahin yung i-save yung data view and tsaka nyo i-save yung output view pag nag-save kayo ng So, ito muna yung i-save nyo. Save as activity 11. Then, your surname. Then, yun siya. Then, tsaka nyo i-save yung variable view. Pag na-save nyo yun na yung data view nyo, uh, activity 11, then your surname here. Okay. Tatlong files, then okay na tayo. Okay. So far, walang question sa ANOVA para maka-proceed na ko sa last. Okay. Wala naman. Maghilom na. Okay. Last activity, activity number 12, which is the simple linear regression and correlation. Actually, correlation ang focus diri and regression analysis. So, okay. So, this is from the book. I think similar yung naging ano ko no on the multiple linear regression. Pero ang ato ang focus diri is simple muna. Simple lang. Dapat nauna to siya kasi na discussion. So, simple linear regression is a statistical test to check if there is a linear relationship between two variables lang siya hanggang dalawang variables. Pag more than two variables, doon ka na sa multiple linear regression. So, if you downloaded the Excel file, so ito lang yung lalabas, no? So, ang instructions dito is we will do the correlation analysis between solids and each of the independent variables. So interpret, and we will do the simple linear regression analysis. Okay. Okay. So to do that, so your activity instructions here is we will do the correlation. So dito, ang gagawin natin since variable kasi siya, so I think this one is depend or paired in nature or dependent variable siya in nature. So, you don't need to ungroup the data na. So, you just need to copy and paste lahat ng numbers mo doon sa SPSS mo. So, we will copy all of the numbers. Then, paste lang natin. You make a new ano pala, new file. So, i-delete ko na lang to. New file doon sa SPSS. So, paste nyo lang siya. So, you have there 54 data set. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 variables. So, 54 data. Tama ba? 55 yung last number. Okay. Okay, variable view. We will set up the variables. So, for the first variable, we have the solid. This one is pH level and lower pressure, upper pressure, cake thickness, drive speed, and drum speed. Okay, meron tayong 7 variables. So this one are all numerical, walang nominal sa kanya, walang male, female. So let us leave it, ang measurement natin, lahat yan siya, scale ang values. So now we will do the correlation analysis first, then regression analysis tayo after. But before we will do the statistical analysis, unahin na lang natin yung in terms of, ay kamaya na lang yun siya, sa kinalasan na lang. So unahin na lang natin yung correlation analysis. So ang base sa problem, we will do the correlation analysis between the solids. So si solid yung pinaka-dependent variable natin. Then, ang magiging independent variable natin is yung, so ito yung dependent mo, si solid. Then, ang independent mo is any of the variables there. So, ang correlation and regression is paired one by one kasi. So, hindi siya yung parang multiple linear regression na sabay lahat. So, ang gagawin natin is paisa-isa. So, first, we will click the analyze here. So, correlation muna tayo ha. Correlation, so click the analyze. Then, we will click the correlate. Then, bivariate. So, ang variable natin is si solid. So, isa-isa natin siyang i-pair up. So, i-pair up muna natin siya kang pH level. Then, wala ka nang gagawin. Pearson, two-tailed, and flag significant correlations. Wala ka nang gagawin dyan. So, pair mo lang siya, then click OK. So, yun siya. May isa ka ng correlation results. Then, you will do another one. Isa lang din sa inyo on your own. And click mo ulit yung analyze, correlate, bivariate ulit. Then, instead of pH, you choose another variable of your choice. So let's say, for example, lower pressure, upper pressure, or any of the following. For example, upper pressure time. Then you just click there, okay. So dalawa lang. For this activity, dalawa lang. Dalawa lang na variable. So yung pH level, then the variable of your choice. So dalawa tayo dyan. Then, okay na. Then meron na tayong correlation results. Copy paste natin siya doon na. So, ang ginamit kong snip, pwede din naman i-highlight nyo lang yan siya, then copy paste. So, let's say, saan na ito? Direta, no? Regression. Click na lang ko ang new cell dire. So, then ito, pH level. Then, another sheet for the variable of your choice. What's your choice? Depende. Upper thickness yun sa akin, no? Upper pressure ka lang. Upper pressure yung ginamit ko kanina. So for the for the pH, ito yung correlation results ko. Then for the cake thickness, sorry, for the upper pressure, ito yung correlation results ko. So dito ko siya ilalagay. Okay. Okay. Okay na siya. So, meron na akong correlation now. Therefore, proceed ako sa isa pang statistical test, which is the regression. So, or the linear regression. So, analyze. Dito tayo sa regression. And click nyo lang yung linear. So, ang dependent variable, so sa linear regression, ganito yung lalabas. So, ang ilalagay nyo sa dependent variable based doon sa problem is si solid. Then, ang independent variable nyo is pa isa-isa lang. So, simple lang man siya. Kung multiple, ilalagay niyo yan lahat yung sa independent variable. Pero pag simple linear lang, isa-isa lang yan siya. However, yung multiple linear regression natin is done on the last week, yung sa MS Excel, yung concern natin for MLR. So, for simple linear, gagawin natin siya sa MS Excel. So, pH level, dito yan siya sa independent. Then, we will not do something there. Actually, may setup yan siya, pero i-okay na lang natin yan siya after. So, ito na yung data mo. Then, you will be snip or i-copy paste mo lahat ng data results mo. Yan siya. Then, i-paste ko siya dito sa regression ko. This is for my pH level, no? Kanina. Then, another one is for, I will do again a regression analysis. Analyze ulit, regression, linear. Then, this time, ang independent variable ko, tanggalin ko si pH. Then, papalitan ko yung upper pressure yung kanina ko, no? Or depende sa inyo kung ano yung i-analyze niyo. So, upper pressure yung sa akin. Then, click yung OK. So, ito naman yung sa isa ko. Copy ko lang, then paste ko lang siya dito sa results. Okay. Lastly, statistical results yan siya. Punta tayo sa descriptive stats, no? So, descriptive stats, ang pwede natin i-present sa kanya visually is not the box plot, but the scatter plot. Scatter plot yung pwede natin i-gawin na visual representation for this statistical analysis. So, to do the scatter plot, click the graph, legacy dialog, then you click here the scatter or dot. Then, naka-default yung simple scatter. So, click nyo lang yung define. So, ang y-axis mo is ang pag-setup nito, yung y-axis mo is your dependent variable. So, ang dependent variable natin kanina is si solid. Then, ang independent variable mo is yung x-axis mo, which is the pH level, yung una kong in-analyze, no? Then, just click OK there. So, ganito yung tsura ng scatter plot natin. So, medyo raw siya in terms of SPSS data. So, ang gagawin natin is we will put a regression line for the scatter plot para mas mas maayo ang iyang presentation. So, to do the regression line, you double click the graph and pag double click niya yung graph, meron siyang chart editor na lalabas. Sa chart editor, click nyo lang itong add a fit, sorry, add fit line. Add fit line is this one. No? Yung sa pinakababa, meron siyang ito. Pang ilang button ba siya? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth button, add fit line. Then, meron pa siyang lalabas. Then, just click nyo yung ay, wala na. Wait lang, kadali lang. Dagan na day kuni gawas. Kaya na siya. Na, sorry, dude. Okay, mo yun siya. Just click that one. Then, pag yung lumabas, i-close nyo lang siya. Actually, dapat pala. So, nadami na. So, isa lang yung R square dapat. Yun na yun siya. then click close. So, pag okay na. So, lumabas na siya. Then, ito na yung parang regression line mo going up. So, click nyo tong scatter plot nyo for pH level. Then, paste nyo lang siya dito sa pH level na sheet. Gusto natin siya ilagay sa gilid. So, okay. Then, for upper pressure, let us set up the scatter plot again. Graphs, legacy dialog, then scatter plot. Then, click nyo itong define. Then, instead of the x or the dependent variable mo ang pH, i-change mo na yung tawag nun, independent variable mo into other variable of your choice or your upper pressure yung kanina ko. Then, just click OK. So, ganito yung itsura ng upper pressure. Then, I will double click this one para lagyan ko ng regression line or so double click, then click ulit yung add fit line, then click nyo lang yung X, then click nyo yung X ulit para lumabas na siya. So ito na yung fit line ko or yung regression or scatter plot ko for upper pressure. So dito ko na siya ilalagay. So let us interpret the results. So finally, let us interpret the results. So first, we will interpret the results of our correlation. So sa correlation, ganito yung itsura niya. So same criteria, no? Yung p-values mo should be less than your alpha to reject the HO and accept the H1. Then P mo should, if ang P mo is greater than the alpha, ang i-reject mo is si H1, then i-accept mo si HO. Okay, for this problem, meron tayong sig value na 0. Or p value or sig value na 0.00. Whether dito ka titingin sa taas or titingin ka dito sa baba, pareho lang yan siya. Parang binaliktad lang yan siya na 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 result. Solid versus the pH, then pH versus the solid. So pareho lang yan siya ng correlation results, 0.00. So since the sig value of 0.000 is less than the alpha or the level of significance of 0.05. 0.05 yung sa problem, no? Wala pala. Hindi pala nilagay. Let's say, for example, nakalagay dyan is 0.05. Hindi nalagay. Hindi nalagay. So, sige lang. Let's try 0.05 pa rin na. Let's assume it's 0.05 pa rin yung alpha natin. Therefore, ang i-reject natin is si HO. Ang i-accept mo si H1. So, therefore, there is a significant, sa correlation, significant, hindi na significant difference. Significant relationship na siya. So, there's a significant relationship in between solid and pH level. So, ganun siya. So, pag okay ka na, pag there is pag H1 yung inaccept mo, so therefore meron siyang significant relationship. Pag H1 yung inaccept mo, you will determine the the degree of their relationship. So to determine the degree of the relationship, you will be having this criteria, no? So pwedeng positive, pwedeng papuntang negative yan siya, yung data mo. So ang data mo can take values of Pearson R, the Pearson R result between 0 to 1. So hanggang 1 or 100% yung R result mo. So dito yan sa R result, ito yung Pearson result mo or R values mo. Ito yan siya. Itong nasa taas. Color it blue. So, ang Pearson correlation value mo is 0.504. So, yun siya. So, our Pearson R value is 0.504, which indicates that the relationship, that the degree of the relationship between solid and pH level is what? Is, so ito yung criteria natin, no? So positive yung result. Pwede siyang negative 0.504. Pwede ganon. Since yung result natin is on the positive side, that's positive 0.504. So nandito siya na data mo. So ang ang data mo is on the moderate positive correlation, which has a criteria values ranging from 0.30 up to 0.59. So yung data mo is 0.50. So meaning moderate positive yung correlation degree niya. So pag positive yung correlation mo, ang ang tawag diyan, ang pag-interpret mo sa kanya is that pag positive they have a directly proportional relationship. Pag otherwise, pag negative yung correlation result mo, whether is it a weak, a moderate, or a high negative correlation, basta may term na negative correlation doon siya, ang relationship niya is they have a inversely proportional relationship. So pag directly proportional or pag positive yung correlation mo, pag directly proportional, meaning as your one variable increases, directly yung relationship niya, yung isang variable mo din is nag-increase din siya. So meaning as your as your pH level increases, your dependent variable or your solid also increases, or solid level ba yun? Solid level. So, yun yung parang concluding part mo na sa Pearson R. So, otherwise, pag inversely proportional siya, let's say for example, inversely proportional, ang itsura niyan sa graph, pag inversely proportional, usually ganito, naka-inversely proportional. Habang lumalaki yung isa, lumiliit yung isa mo. Or tingnan mo yung dito sa upper pressure, negative 0.339. Nasa negative siya, so inversely proportional. Habang lumalaki yung upper pressure mo, lumiliit yung solid mo na data. Lumiliit siya, going down. So you conclude this one on the Excel on your own, yung sa isang variable na of your choice before you submit the activity number 12. So dito tayo sa regression, sa simple linear. So sa simple linear, let us conclude, ang criteria mo pa rin is 0.05. So same criteria, accept HO, reject H1. So first, saan tayo titingin? So similar with the multiple linear regression, pero ito simple lang. So ang ato ang concluding ani is since our sig value of ang sig value natin na titingnan at first is dito sa ANOVA result. So ito. So since the sig value of 0.000 is less than the alpha of 0.05, let's say for example 0.05 yung test statistic natin. So therefore, reject natin yung HO, accept natin yung H1. Therefore, there since accept yung H1 mo, there is a sa linear regression, there is a linear, hindi siya significant difference. Hindi siya significant relationship. Ang conclusion mo siya sa kanya is linear relationship niya. There is no linear relationship or there is a linear relationship. So since H1 yung accept mo, there is a linear relationship between solid and pH level. So dalawa lang siya. Sa multiple linear regression, uh, marami yun siya, no? ANOVA pa rin yung titingnan between the dependent variable, the solid, versus the independent variables, yung maramihang variables. So, therefore, pag mayroon tayong linear relationship, we can now conclude kung ano yung linear equation niya. So, for this one, our linear equation is what? So, to predict the solid, you need to so ito pa rin, no, yung kung maalala nyo dun sa MLR natin. So similar lang din yung results niya. So first 0.00 yung titingnan mo, yung sa sig value. You don't need to you don't need to be strict on the constant or on the intercept. Dito ka titingin sa variable mo na pH, yung sa independent mo. So pasado siya, yung sig value mo is 0.00 lesser than the 0.05. So therefore, makakakuha ka na ng linear model or linear values mo. So ito yan siya. Dito ka titingin sa coefficients mo. Dito sa B. Sa B. So to predict the solid, you will be needing to have this formula. 0.782 plus your 2.590 multiplied by your pH level. So, ganyan siya. Sige, I will buy like that. Okay, okay.
Like that many, ha?
Okay, okay lagi.
On the night.
Okay, okay. 259. So, since this is, pwedeng maging negative yan siya. So, pag negative yung B result dito, i-minus nyo lang siya instead of plus. So, okay. For this one, upper pressure na inano ko kanina, so ito pasado pa rin sa sig value 0.05. Sa correlation, pasado siya, no? So, 0.05 lesser than. So, meron siyang significant relationship. In terms of linear relationship, meron ba siya? Yes, meron pa rin. Sig value mo ng ANOVA, that's 0.12. That's lesser than 0.05. Then for the the linear equation. So you will be needing the to predict the solid, equal mo siya sa 14.477 minus 0.221 multiplied by the upper pressure. Then ang sig value na is pasado naman doon. So yun siya no in terms of correlation, ganito siya, inversely proportional. Uh, negative 0.339 yung sa upper pressure natin. Then belong siya pa rin sa moderate negative na siya yung relationship. Okay, you finish this one before saving it as activity 12, then your surname. So you will be sending this to Excel file, itong dalawang results, and SPSS data view and SPSS variable view. So unahin nyo pa rin tong i-save, then i-second nyo na tong variable view.
Diba, that is not.
Okay. I am done with the 3 activities. So again, ang ipapasa nyo is for t-test. Ayaw mo ka. Ayaw. Ang t-test is example lang. Ang ipapasa nyo yung 10A lang. Then yung activity, yung sheet number 1, wag nyo na yung ipasa. You will have it as your practice, no? So for analysis of variance, similar. Example lang yung ayaw mo ka. So again, yung t-test and ANOVA, you will submit the activity for the example sa t-test, then example din yung sa ANOVA, then for the correlation and regression, itong ginawa natin ngayon na pH level plus your other variable of your choice. So yun yung ating yun yung ipapasa nyo. So submit the 3 files, Excel and dalawang SPSS na data.
Shut up!
So any other questions? Meron pang concerns? Ang deadline would be on Sunday. Sunday lahat. Wala nang today siguro. Wala nang today. Sunday na lahat yan siya. Kung kaya niyo yung isag yung example, pwede niyo rin siyang i-run, then submit niyo na lang din para makita ko yung work niyo and ma-observe ko kung ano din siya, tawag nun, kung na-follow niyo yung demonstration ko. So, yun siya. Okay na tayo doon, class? I think wala nang questions, no? Alam, mag-12 na. Sige, class. If wala nang questions, thank you kaayo. And Bidel, please, kailangan ko ng recorded video for this one for my other class. So, yun lang for today, class. Tagang salamat po. And we don't have a class na next week, no? Kay mag November 1 na. So, hopefully ma-remember pa ninyo ang lessons kaya nga to ang next meeting na the the laboratory is the examination day na. So, review lang kayo. And ulitin nyo ulit since na-download nyo na yung SPSS sa mga bahay nyo, uh, practice lang on doing it again, or if kailangan yung pumunta sa laboratory para maggamit, so pwede din naman gamit tayo ng laboratory during the activity period. So okay tayo doon, class, wala nang questions, no? So sige po, thank you for the heart